I'd do almost anything to entertain people, without taking off my clothes, because that'll really bring on the laughs. This may sound conceited, but I really enjoy being Fred Stein. I amuse myself.
Welcome to the Academy Awards. I am your host, and this is my hostess.
I used to be a real estate appraiser. So, I enjoyed being a real estate appraiser because I'm a nosy guy, and I got to see how other people live. I've always been interested in how people live, what they talk about. And after I was about 50 years old, I started getting more involved in the music and entertainment business. If my guitar sounds out of tune, it's on purpose to harmonize with my voice.
Hey, you make my day. Take me to the best buffet because I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood. Yum, yum. I'm in the mood for food. As long as my heart keeps on ticking, cook me up some fried chicken.
I wanted to be a rock star before I was 70, and I got less than a month to go because my birthday's May 21st. I'll be 70 years old. Just to have thousands of people reciting part of my song, the riffs or whatever, would be fantastic.
I love black women.
Uh-oh.
I love white women too.
That's what I'm talking about.
They could be a Buddhist or a Hindu, a Christian or a Jew. How about you? They can be, what's the next word? Fat. They could be a Republican or a Democrat. I love them. I love them. I love them. I do. I love them. I love them. Anyone will do.
But the problem with being famous is that once you are famous, you can't go into a restaurant and people will bother you all the time asking for pictures or autographs or whatever. Also, with the situation with groupies is now that I'm married, I can't take advantage of any groupies, so that fame doesn't work for me. But I just like to be a little bit famous. To me, being number 2 is good enough. And getting to number 2, you ever notice that number 2 pencils are so popular, but they're still not number 1? And also, I was the second child, there's a third child, but the second boy in the family. So I always was the number 2. As a matter of fact, many people call me the number 2. So if I have a hit record, being in the top 10 is okay, and now that I'm retired, I'm doing this full time, and I don't have to worry about money per se,
The one, the only, Mr. Fred Stein. Good evening, Fred.
Hello.
Well, when I get on stage, I'm not nervous because I know my routine and nobody else knows the routine. But so I'm not nervous. I'm excited to be on stage, and it feels. It's when you hear people clapping or people laughing, it's the second best thing to sex, I would have to say. I'm very pro-marriage. I think most people should fall in love. I think love is really important, to love somebody. And marriage is great. If you're going to have children, you should have some type of written agreement. It's a written contract if you're going to have children. Living together is good. But really, it's important to have a love. I think it really gets you going. I never cared what people thought of me, which is true and false. Because if I felt that way, I wouldn't care about how my hair looks. That's why I'm wearing a hat today, because the wind would be blowing it around and I'll look messy. So I do care about what people think about me to a certain degree, but compared to other people, not really. I once had a joke about fat people, and then I looked in the audience, and right in front of me was a woman that was about 100 pounds overweight. In the middle of the joke, I said, I gotta get rid of this joke. I can't say this joke anymore because it really hurts somebody, So I try not to make fun of anybody, I learned from that. I believe that when I die, I go into another dimension and I might come back as somebody else. You're on this planet to learn things, and your whole life is to learn something. And so you carry it over to your next life to make you a better person, and you get into a higher degree, and maybe you become Mother Teresa or somebody noble like that. if I died tomorrow, I'm happy I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'd be really pissed off if I die and that's the end of it. Being in that box for the rest of eternity. In a way, I feel bad that millions of people may never hear my songs. And some of them are really good. And I think I'd put a smile on a lot of people's faces if they could hear my music. And I'm more disappointed in that the world may never hear my music. So I think they'd like it.
I wanna quit my diet. I wanna quit. I wanna quit. I wanna quit my diet. I wanna quit. I wanna quit. I wanna quit my diet. Thank you.